every single one of them hit. I was like, no, not Holly.
What?
All right, now, Gilbert Arenas has upset women all over the world by speaking on one of Hollywood's icons, Halle Berry. Now, he told a story about a situation where he overheard some gentlemen who allegedly had an entanglement with Halle Berry. Now, I got a lot of opinions on this situation, but we gonna hear from Gilbert first. Make sure you like the video and subscribe.
I knew it was around that time, 2003, 2004. Went to the playoff series, and Halle Berry's walking by, and I'm like, oh shit, Halle Berry, bro. Fine. And it was like 4, 5 white dudes sitting there. Now Harvey Weinstein, he was one of them. And so I'm not in the front row. I'm in that, it's like the front row, and then you got the little space, and then the first row after that, so it's like the second row. And they were sitting there talking about, oh, now she acting like she don't know us. She wasn't saying that when she needed that part. Every single one of them hit. I was like, no, not Holly.
Okay, so if you guys didn't hear that correctly, allegedly, Gilbert Arenas is claiming that Harvey Weinstein and a couple of his other buddies were exchanging sexual favors with Halle Berry for movie roles. At least that's how he tried to put it, right? Now, Halle hasn't spoke on this. Maybe some of these relationships were consensual. Maybe she just happened to be dating some of these guys and they helped her career. Because that's also a thing. Everybody isn't necessarily exchanging favors in Hollywood. I'm sure it happens, but Halle is a pretty girl. I can see people wanting to date her and wanting to help her because that's my girl. So Halle hasn't spoken on this, and I don't really feel like I should guess and dive that deep into it, because Gilbert is telling a story about something he overheard at a basketball game. We don't have no facts on this, but I do see a lot of people on the internet speaking on this, and it seems like the overall consensus, especially from women, is that if Halle Berry didn't want this to go public or viral, Gilbert Arenas doesn't have the right to kind of out her personal business. And I do agree with that. But I do think Gilbert spoke on this because of the climate that we're in. It seems like the overall movement in entertainment and Hollywood is, let's clean it up. Let's get rid of all the creeps. Now, yeah, Harvey Weinstein, everybody knows he's a dirtbag by now. It's nothing that can happen to Harvey Weinstein by now. But I think Gilbert in his mind was saying, okay, well, let me speak on a situation where Halle Berry might have been done wrong. Now, did he go about it the wrong way? Yes. Should he have maybe, I don't know, spoken to her? Maybe if Halle Berry was on his show and he was interviewing her and he brought it up, it would make a little more sense. But I do see or understand why a lot of people are saying, hold on, why are you speaking on her personal business? You don't know the ins and outs of that situation. Maybe it's not how they said, because guys talk, right? Sometimes you talk about chicks you dated. Sometimes you might be what they call Eskimo brothers with some people. Oh, you dated her, I dated her too. And sometimes dudes be salty. You see your ex walk by, she don't speak. You be like, oh, that's how you doing me now? Like, I can see this going a lot of different ways. Now, I do see people saying that Halle Berry might try to sue. Isn't that under defamation of character? So maybe she'll try to come at Gilbert Arenas for this. And we have seen other situations with Halle Berry recently. It does seems like she keeps coming up in the news. I remember it was the whole ordeal with her and Drake Drake used her picture for his album cover. No, it was a single cover, not an album cover. And she was upset. She said Drake didn't ask for permission. And so I think he changed it. But it does seem like people been trying Halle Berry lately. So I got a question for y'all too. I also want to put this out there because let's talk about Diddy and Cassie and all of these allegations that other people have been going through. And I want to know from you guys, if the victims don't speak about it and it's other people speaking on behalf of the victims, maybe not on like literal behalf, like the victim may not have told them to speak on it, but if somebody is saying, you know what, and you know something bad that happened to this girl or that girl that, you know, she deserves justice for, let's just use Cassie. If somebody came out and said all of this stuff happened to Cassie and Diddy did this and Diddy did that, would you guys have that same opinion of that versus this? Where it's like, oh, the first time you heard about Cassie getting all of this crazy stuff done to her was by a third party. It wasn't Cassie, but it's somebody else speaking on it. Does that make it better? Is that right or wrong? Because like I said, the overall theme in Hollywood seems to be, let's get rid of all the creeps. Let's make it better for everybody else. So are we picking and choosing how we do that now? I'm just asking y'all because I don't know the answer. But if the outcome is justice and making entertainment better for future people coming up, I think that's a good thing. But you know, how should people go about that, right? I think that's the question. Should the victims speak? Should it be the people who have had these horrible things done to them? Do they have the right to only speak about it themselves? Or should it be other people, you know, speaking up and pointing people out for what they did? It just depends. And I also see some females saying, well, she got more than a lot of females got. You know, so I see some girls saying, well, at least she got the bag, which, you know, maybe that might be a thing too. So it's a conversation to be had here. I'm just asking y'all, let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Make sure you like the video and subscribe. I will see y'all later. Peace.